All right, lesson 49, starred problems. So if you're looking for the practice set video, that's going to be in a different video. That's not this one. So these are all practice set. And here's our first starred problems. What is the quotient? All right, pause. Quotient is the answer to a division problem. When the sum, the answer to an addition problem, of this and this. So I'm going to go ahead and add those things. Okay, is divided by the product, which is multiplication, of this and this. So the product of 0.2 and 0.5 is 0.2 times 0.05 is 0.01. And so I'm dividing this by this. If I were doing this longhand, I would move this twice, and it's 25. So 0.25 divided by 0.01 is 25, like I said. So the answer is 25. All right, at a liquidation sale, Louisa bought 2 dozen. Hold on. So a dozen is 12. 2 dozen is going to be 24 pins for $6. What is the cost per pen? All right, so the cost, what she paid was $6 for 24 pins. I'm going to divide. So $6 divided by 24 is 25 cents a piece. Okay, write each of these numbers as a percent. So if this is already a decimal, to go from decimal to percent, I multiply by 100. So this is 90%. Okay, I'm going to change colors because it's about to get kind of whack in here. So this is 1 3/5. To go from fraction to decimal, I divide. From decimal to percent, I multiply by 100. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the 1, and I'm going to make this part a decimal. So 5 into 3. 3 divided by 5 is 0.6. So this is 1.6. And then to go to percent, I multiply by 100, and that's 160%. Okay, next color. And then here, I need to divide 5 by 6. 5 divided by 6 is, it's 0.83 repeating. When it's a repeating, just give me 2 decimals. I've lost my, where in the world? There we go. Okay, lovely. Is that where? No, it's not where I'm at. So 0.83 repeating. So when I multiply that by 100, I get 83%. All right, I'm going to erase all that so that I can do 10. All right, so whenever I see a fraction decimal percent table, I always, I write the rules. So let me erase whatever is happening here and write my rules down. So I know to go from a fraction to a decimal, I divide, and a decimal to a percent, I multiply by 100. Percent to decimal, divide by 100. Decimal to fraction, place value. All right, now that I have all that together, let's see. So 75% is 75 per 100, which if I reduce, what? I don't know why it does that, is 3/4. So that's going to be my fraction, okay? But if I divide this, well, if I divide this as well, it'll come up with the same thing. This is going to be 0.75. Okay, here I have 5%. 5 divided by 100 is going to be 0.05. Or you have 5 hundredths. So I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by 5 to reduce. I get 1/20th. Okay. Oh gosh. Let me erase some of that. What even? It won't let me erase! Aww. Okay. It's all right. Mathia's resting heart rate is 62 beats per minute. While she, okay, oh, that just went away. How many times will a heart beat in an hour? So if I have 62, this is going to be 11, 62 beats. This is my per line minute, beats per minute. And they're asking about 1 hour, which is 60 minutes. My minutes are going to cancel, so I'm going to do 62 times 60. And I get 3,720 beats. Okay. Number 12, let me change colors here. What is the probability of rolling an even prime number with one roll of a number cube? That's a dice, by the way. Write it as a fraction and as a decimal to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so if I have a dice, a regular dice, these are all of my options. There is only one even prime number, and that is 2. That's it. So what I'm asking for is the probability of 2. Probability of 2 is 1, because there's 1, 2 out of all of this, out of 6. So that's my fraction. But then I'm going to have to divide 1 by 6 to get my decimal. And I think that's a repeating decimal. Yeah, it sure is, but they want me to go to the nearest hundredth. So this repeating decimal goes on, but I'm going to round it to here. This is greater than 5, so this is 0.17 as a decimal. Okay, a half by half inch square was cut from a 1 inch by 1 inch square. What was the original area of the square? The original square was 1 inch by 1 inch, so 1 times 1, which is 1 inch squared. What is the area of the square that was removed? Well, the area of the square that was removed is 1/2 times 1/2, which is equal to 1/4 inch squared. Because we multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. What is the area of the remaining figure? Well, that's going to be 1 minus 1/4, which is 3/4. And if you don't believe me, if I write 1 by, if I make 1 4 over 4, which it can be, that's where my 3/4 inches squared comes from. All right, the figures below show triangles with sides 6, 8, and 10 centimeters long in 3 orientations. What is the height of the triangle when the base is 6? So the height is always at 90-degree angles, so my height, it doesn't ask me for area, it just asks me for height, is 8 centimeters. Here, my height is going to be 6. And here, oh, I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be this right here, whatever that is. I literally don't know. It's that. This is the height because it makes a 90-degree angle with. Yep. Oh gosh. What happened here? Okay. All right. 3.14 times 10 to the 4th. That means that we are going to move the decimal this way 4 places. So I have 1, 2. Let's do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me rewrite it. There we go. 24. It says we're adding, so we're just going to go ahead and add. 15 plus 45 is 60. 8 plus 15 is 23. And 3 plus 2 is 5. Then we need to go back and see if we can simplify it. So I know that 60 minutes is 1 hour. So if I subtract 60 minutes here, I'm going to add 1 hour here. This is going to go away. I have 24 hours and 5 days. Then I have to subtract. I know that 1 day is 24 hours, so I'm going to subtract that, add 1 day. That goes away, and the answer is 6 days. I'm going to erase that and do 25. Okay, so we need to subtract this, and I can't. I need to borrow a foot. So that's going to be 3 plus 12, which is 15. 15 minus 9, y, even y, is 6. Then I have to borrow a yard, so that's going to be 3. This is going to be 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. And 3 minus 2 is 1. And we cannot simplify that any further. All right, 18 divided by 0.06. So I'm just going to plug that into my handy dandy calculator. 18 divided by 0.06 gives me 300. Okay, a spinner is spun once. Derek says the sample space is 1, 2, 3. George says the sample space is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Whose sample space is better? George's, because it is representative of the spinner. Okay, this has all the choices, but it doesn't tell you how many 1s, how many 2s, how many 3s. If the spinner looked like this, 1, 2, 3, that would be something different, but it doesn't look like that. So I hope that that helps. Oh, that's it. Oh, wait, what? No.